Well, so okay.
Anyway.
I'll run a poll.
Yeah. So.
But now we have game 1 at StarZ vs Apple. Winner semis.
I heard your very interesting conversation with StarZ behind my set.
Yeah, it's just.
It's Steve's strongest soldier versus Steve's biggest hater just behind me.
I don't even.
A lot of feelings are had.
Yeah, it's not even Steve's strongest soldier. It's more like I don't think this character should be banned. I think this character is stupid.
It's so hard for me to say. I'm never for. Look, all I ask.
By the way, I like how we're talking about Steve's strongest hater, and Steve's strongest hater right now is forward airing in place.
Yeah.
He has the strength to do what needs to be done. He's not like me. He has the conviction to.
You don't understand. He has hatred in his heart for Steve.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He sees him. He hears the block sound and he gets mad. He's not auto canceling. He's like lag canceling off the blocks.
StarZ is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm
glad he spiced up our region.
No, I love Zach, man. So cool.
Yeah.
So great. Honestly, all of our good players, even like.
Honestly, our region is cool.
Yeah.
As much as we like to hate on.
Oh,
yep,
there it is. There's the funny where you just get grab boxed for free and then die.
But as much as we like to hate on our region sometimes, because we do have some occasionally lame games and sets.
Oh, we're haters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should hear me on comms.
There's the push. There's the push away. Actually, Zach actually does that a lot, if I recall. He'll forcibly push. He'll forcibly push Steve off of the crafting table and force them to like have to 50-50 on hitting him.
And it's normally a pretty good 50-50 because Cloud has a lot of out of shield options. So if you I tried to hit his shield because he was pushing me, you get upbeat.
Yeah.
You don't want to start getting upbeat.
No, it is a really solid tool, and I think more people should use that. Not every character has the tools available to really force it to be that scary for Steve. Some characters are just too slow. Too small and slow, because both of those factors, I believe, play into pushback.
Yeah. I will say the one thing that StarZ does above all Steves or above all Clouds is that he's very preemptive with his upbees. If you fight a lot of Clouds, even really good Clouds, honestly,
it's a reaction.
They tend to wait for you to hit their shield and then upbeat, but StarZ will just like skip that you hitting their shield part and just literally just upbeat.
Yeah, sometimes it works really well. Sometimes it works.
It works all right. It's a risk like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're trying to react to someone hitting your shield, it makes you more vulnerable to tomahawks.
Absolutely.
And stuff like that. This is a way enough to counteract that. Is that if I empty land grab this guy, he's upbeating anyway. So tough shit for me.
Yeah.
Very true.
So an interesting complexion or a wrinkle here into StarZ's hate for Steve. He had a major recently where he had 2 Steve losses.
In a row.
Yeah, in a row. Oh. He got double.
It was Soar and another Steve. His name tag I forgot.
Yeah, and I mean both of those were good losses.
They're not even bad losses, but it's
just like back to back.
It's just so funny because it happens to StarZ too.
Yeah.
Because it's karma at this point for all the Steve talk. That's
it. That did actually end up scooping in the end. Yeah. I wasn't too sure about it.
He fell out of it and then fell into it. Really interesting.
Yeah. It was about to be like, oh, I'm safe because hurtbox shift, but then he just ended up falling back into the move anyways.
I will say, cool thing about Steve, he almost never benefits from hurtbox shifting.
Yes.
Yeah. He is one of the easiest characters to combo, especially for his weight class.
Just because, there's very little movement. There's very little movement in the hurtbox.
I mean, he's the block man. He doesn't do much.
Yeah.
He swings his little arms and legs.
He swings them around, yes.
It's funny because I know Brawler actually has a really easy time comboing Steve in certain percents.
Oh, yeah, no, he is. Steve is one of those characters that I can really consistently up tilt to up B. Like a lot of characters, that gets kind of hard. But against Steve, I can just get up tilt up B on flat at like 90 and he's dead.
Yeah, it's because when he's in Hurts, then he's he's sideways.
Yeah.
So he's just a whole hurt box.
And I mean, if you want to get into the real task shit, Brawler gets down tilt Tharper on C, which he gets on no one else.
Wow.
Not footstool Tharper, I mean.
Oh,
footstool Tharper.
That's right.
It works on Bowser, but not at percents that it matters. It also works on Steve at percents that matter.
Yeah.
Now, no one's ever going to do that because it's never ever.
I mean,
consistent and
it's a lot. It's a lot of effort for. You can probably just do anything else at that point.
It basically only kills with rage too. I mean, it would kill, but with rage.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's still fucked up, but in a inconsistent way.
It's also a fun fact because ZSS Nair flip plate is actually true on only Steve. or like at first, or not nair flipping. Sorry, back throw flipping.
I was about to say, wait, are you sure about that?
Okay.
All right, so I did not see where we went because I'm very smart.
Yeah, I already forgot.
Hollow
Although it is.
Bastion. That.
I think that's fine.
Apple's
the way
saying,
Apple plays is really
He doesn't
smart.
need the mats.
I guess the way Apple plays, sure, but I'm thinking more on StarZ's fronts because isn't Cloud like super okay with mid plat like this?
Yeah, I'm guessing that's why he left it open, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
I mean, they're both kind of okay with mid flat. It's just like I think the way StarZ plays, like, especially when he's winning, can definitely be scary on a mid flat.
If I had to guess what his bans were, I'm gonna say FD and Kalos, and then
He doesn't ban town, so it'd be FD and either Kalos or maybe Battlefield, honestly.
No, yeah, I made the mistake of banning town instead of FD just now.
Oh wow.
I mean, he did just win on FD, so I'm not sure how much
That's
he
true,
feels
actually.
about
did.
banning FD.
Yeah, actually, he probably banned something else, didn't he? I mean, maybe PS2 because of the high spot in blast zone. He didn't want to get ferret and die
And
at
that
40.
up smash was sweet spot, sore spot, excuse me, but that backer ain't gonna miss.
Yeah.
There's no sore spot on that move.
There was
Doesn't
also-
actually push off in time. Well, no, not that he didn't push off in time, but there's the 50-50 I was talking about where instead of completing the push off, he tries to shield, but Apple just gonna be content trying to go for the craft. I think that's probably the safest thing to do in the 50-50. Tried the air dodge. I think he might have done air diagonal.
One thing I want to comment on, I've noticed that StarZ's blade beams have been really tight today.
Oh.
That
It feels like
yeah.
you've gotten a good use of that move.
Yeah, I noticed it versus me, especially.
Blade Beam's a solid projectile. It's not the best projectile in the game or anything, but it works.
And it kills, which is not a lot of projectiles can just raw kill without charging. I mean, obviously you have to charge it before
Well,
you use it. But
I was about to say, like, there's this nifty little thing you have to charge first, but I get what you mean.
No, it's a multi-hit, so people drop shield and just die for no reason sometimes.
Oh, man, that
Oh,
kills.
wow.
Oh, but that was just a... I mean, I wanted to say read, but there was really very little Apple was going to do there unless he wanted to put himself in a horrible position.
Yeah, if
jumping
he didn't
out.
minecart, or like he would have to retreat, and at that point it was like such a bad
Yeah,
spot.
yeah, retreating
wow.
jump at ledge. Another limit cross slash, though.
Back here.
StarZ is taking over
He
this
is
game, too.
Taking it over in a half.
I just want to say it's so good for StarZ narratives that he's actually good versus Steve and he still hates the character. You know, if he was like me and he sucked versus Steve and he still was like, Steve's bannable, you could be like, learn the matchup, bro. But he's clearly at least pretty good at the matchup.
No, yeah.
Like I said, it's all hatred.
He also... I think he is also doing a very good job, at least against Apple
Does he
here.
make that?
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Too low.
I was about to say, like, there's no way, not without a little bit of a speed boost on a dip.
Yeah, it was very difficult.
His Superman angle wasn't quite right.
Yeah, it's very difficult under a hollow because it's just a long stage.
What I was gonna say there though is that what Zach is also doing a really good job of, at least against Apple here, is that he is really mitigating his weaknesses here. That game too, that one instance where he almost got edge guarded was like the only time he was really put in that sort of position this entire set so far.
Okay, so he didn't ban PS2. So now I'm just gonna give up on trying to figure out what he banned. I'm clearly not in the same
we can
headspace
ask him
as he
after.
was.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Pretty sure I'm the only person who cares about stages enough to go and
Yeah.
talk about it for this long.
Oh no, I am super interested. That's why I loved when we had the tablets, but they've not been working, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're gonna set it up for the LG event, and most likely actually Star Brawl. I'll set it. I'll work on it.
Well, if we have the spot back that we use for the Wi-Fi for the tablets, I'm not sure. I'm not so
figure it
sure
out.
about that.
I'll figure it out.
That's on CJ.
So that was
Yeah,
that was an interesting interaction there.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
no! Don't do that!
Yeah, no, this time he gets the F smash. Back here was not safe enough
And
this
jumps
time.
right into a waiting magma block there.
That's a mix-up you need to have. You need to be willing to jump over blocks sometimes, but that's the risk of it, is that sometimes they're ready for it.
I think yes and no. That's one of those instances where you have to play it safer, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
The double hit. And
So-
using
Only
gold
because
now.
and he ate the limit again. That's the second time that's the second time tonight that has happened actually for StarZ, because it happened once against Archmage too.
Yeah.
Game 3 looking very, very different than games 1 and 2.
Well,
Apple solidly
yeah.
in control here.
I mean, I think StarZ is sort of that's an easy up smash kill. I think Yep, there it is though. That time actually, Apple
Bugs fat enough
finally
to live
going
that
for
though. Yeah.
for the attack instead and benefiting off of the read.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, up smash is one of those moves that doesn't get weaker with block whatever tools you have. So that's the one thing he could go for, even with wood, that might
Yeah, no matter
didn't
when.
end up.
That was a nice attempt at sharking, but just a little bit over the plat, unfortunately.
Yeah, but right now, Apple has all the materials, all he wants. I think PS2 is definitely helping him a lot.
Oh, yeah, the good call on AppleWiz to just keep fading out there, because if he jumped, he was dead.
So mental-wise, this is an interesting position here, because if you're easily tiltable and you get sort of bodied in a game 3 like this,
Yeah.
that could be reverse 3-0. But if StarZ gets close to winning this game, brings it to last hit, last stock, and ends up losing, he feels like he came back. He feels like he
And
played
there's
well
the
to end
limit
game.
cross slash, only 47%.
Well, first off, he has to win this game first off.
That's right. Yeah, no, I was talking like
30
StarZ has already
seconds
lost.
ago.
And
you wouldn't
twice over,
argue.
actually. StarZ guessed right on that 50-50. And only
Back air?
Iron
Oh, wow.
here.
I love that grab right there from StarZ. He now has this advantage position,
Oh,
but
yeah.
the rest
Maybe
of dash attack.
Yeah, maybe showing a little bit too much his hand there as well.
Oh, he is stuck in the blocks.
Yeah, that wasn't a great position for StarZ B, but does cross through the minecart. Yeah,
Oh.
not gonna challenge that, but gets minecarted. Only 30%, just under 30% separating these two right now.
Also, Apple's pickaxe is actually about to break, and this is the worst part because now he has to find time to craft it. What?
He's looking for it. Oh, just back airs it.
I just want to say,
But up tilt into back air, that should do it.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was talking about though. I mean, StarZ is going to be unhappy he lost that, but he might still feel like he has momentum on his side.
Yeah. But still, Apple with momentum, that's a scary thought.
I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
I think that StarZ, he can be like tilted and emphatic and emotional for a game, but he'll come right back and just relock for the next game
Absolutely.
very effectively.
Yeah.
He'll throw his expletives. He'll be like, no. he'll do all of his fun internal yelling, and then it's like, okay, next game.
Yeah, no, I think StarZ is definitely a tiltable player, but I think he's very good at recovering from it and very good at avoiding it in situations. Like it's
Absolutely.
definitely I've definitely been in a car ride home after he's clearly tilted.
Yeah.
And he's talking about the game.
Yeah, no, and sometimes, I mean, and this happens to everyone when you lose and you're sad instead of being mad. I've seen that kind of tilt.
But, I mean,
And another.
I think
and,
the
and mind
worst
you, I
part-
just realized. Wait, StarZ came back.
yeah, he went back to PS2, which is really interesting.
I think I mean,
He's starting to play a little bit sloppy, honestly.
yeah, no, talking about how good he is at not being tilted,
Yeah,
maybe this is the tilt.
This is exactly how Game 3 started.
He's
Like,
not
almost
he's not even-
verbatim.
he's definitely spacing, but he's
No.
just pressing so many buttons, and he's like so unnecessary.
Yeah, no, in a lot of matchups, Cloud can just press buttons, and Steve, he can press buttons situationally, but
Yeah, he's starting to get into that blindly
Yeah.
pressing buttons rather than actually thinking about pressing his buttons a little bit.
Yeah.
And we were talking. The commentators, I don't know who it was. I think Lucky might have been one of the ones commentating at that
Lucky.
point. Talking about how StarZ really just simplifies that game,
yeah, no.
and that was not one of those moments. Yeah.
If you say it in the wrong way, it could sound like I'm insulting him, but I think
Nah.
sort of reducing the game into the things like into
I think
a
that's
series
playing
of
into the strengths, honestly,
Oh,
of
yeah.
Cloud as a character, because like Cloud does allow you to play the game like that in
Yeah.
a good way. It's not like you're saying that of like
yeah.
a super technical character. Like Cloud has some stuff, obviously, but in general, right, his game plan is very simple. I want to, against characters who have small hitboxes, I want to outspace them. Against characters with bigger hitboxes, I want to dominate the mid-range.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So from my experience, one of the best brawler players in the world, Yeast, it feels like he has a really simple game plan. You know, it feels like he really simplifies the game a lot. And at first when I'm watching him, I'm like, how is this guy good?
Oh, that's going to be Deb!
Yeah.
But
And look at, just like that, we were talking about it,
All
and
the
StarZ is
momentum.
back.
All
Yeah.
the momentum.
In the lead even. Oh, but lost his jump here.
good
No
high
down
FP.
smash.
I'm surprised that the down smash didn't
Wait.
come out in time.
Wait, what's the option here?
Or even another forward smash. Just
that's-
falls in with forward air, why not?
Cloud Fair is one of those moves that you can sometimes like,
Oh, like the idea, but
and
not
the star
spaced
KO
correctly.
as well.
Yeah, now with gold here, this is the most dangerous
Has
at low
diamond.
percents.
Yeah, he needs to use this for a little bit at low percent, then switch to diamond when he needs to.
So one thing with like spacing characters, sometimes you sort of like intuit their range and you sort of like get a feel for it. Cloud's move speed is so good that you have to be like super down pack on your intuition of his range. Or else in like a split second, he'll be way closer than you would expect him to be, and then his fair, which is already huge, is actually right in your face. And you're like, I was spaced just outside of it. Guess not, he was actually closer than I thought he would be.
Right now, though, if Apple gets something started, Missy dropping his combos.
Yeah,
Very unfortunate.
oh, okay, but gets an up B, doesn't get the downward hit, but still ends up safe.
Up
Still
air, up
with
air.
limit.
Forward
Oh,
air.
he lost his
80%.
jump. He
Wait,
lost his
90%.
jump.
No jump. Forward air.
Wow.
Spiked him to the ground. Apple bringing this to game 5.
What a phenomenal comeback there, and just taking full advantage of that jump, of
Absolutely.
that panic jump. StarZ had no reason to jump there.
And I mean, I'm not sure he could have well covered if he just waited an upbeat to ledge. I think StarZ maybe got
It was such a weird situation.
maybe got a little flustered there and upbeat high. I think if we were talking about momentum, it definitely feels like Apple has all of it.
Yeah.
It's been a
And
been
they go
a
back
war
to
for it.
PS2.
I know it's been a battle for that momentum, but I do agree with you that Apple definitely has more of the I mean, definitely, right? You have the momentum of an impending reverse sweep.
Absolutely.
And PK just got in the chat.
PK's in chat. Yo, I
just got in the chat. We miss you, dude.
Yeah, I miss you. Please come back.
Oh, there's a solid double baron to cross
Wait a
line.
second.
Has limit.
Gonna get it.
Yeah, so
Yes.
That will take the stock.
if I'm StarZ, I know that I lost because of a couple pretty uncommon interactions. And maybe that's the kind of thing that keeps your mental safe, is that you know that you could have just very easily won that if you had done one thing differently. And
Well,
now,
yeah, and he's doing a lot. He's not doing that
agreeing.
much differently.
Yeah.
He's just doing a lot better now.
We all saw it in Game 4, though, right?
Yeah.
That he was still playing that same sort of blindly pressing buttons game, and he's doing a little bit of that now with the lead. But that's where you want to be, just doing it. Oh, missed his block.
He's fine,
Still,
he's fine.
still able to elytra up. Oh, misses
Nice
on the back
grab.
air, but still gets a grab.
this is one of those sets where it's kind of hard to analyze.
That's it.
And there it is, another limit cross slash. Honestly, just StarZ is absolutely going, okay, I have the advantage state to just like snowball
Wait
you.
a second.
Good idea.
So I'm
bad,
gonna-
bad execution.
Gonna ask the guy with the Metafy over here. This feels like StarZ was pressing buttons that last game. It still feels like he's pressing a lot of buttons.
He's pressing
this game.
buttons, but I feel like he's pressing buttons better, if that makes sense. Like, there's times where, yeah, it's okay. Like, yeah, you're mashing, but if you're mashing well, it can really throw off your opponent.
Oh, okay.
No.
Apple smiling it off a little bit, but that was a rough way to finish
That is
to
not a
finish that
smile.
set.
That is
Yeah,
not
as,
a
as
smile.
cool as Game 4's ending was, Game 5's was just as anticlimactic, but in a way that I say StarZ is probably pretty happy about.